They
that
called him
nigga
with
is.
some
Where's
good news
James?
and bad news.
It's a singer group called James. But
And the
it's just
good news
one.
was Good Time was being renewed. The bad news, he wasn't gonna be a part of it.
It's a
Damn,
singer group
Damn,
damn,
called
damn,
James.
damn.
damn.
Hello, hello. Uh, Catch the vibe. Set your lineup is on episode 75.
Mean so
Uh,
clean.
to the right of me, I got who?
The people's champ, the Hornet Nest legend. Can't wait for football season to start back up.
Long way, baby.
I'm the people's
It
champ.
just ended.
That's why it's good to have other avenues to get us to that point, you know. Shoot.
Tenfold to the right to at the bottom. I got who? No, did it?
Well, you know, it's the world renowned Trigger Man Joe. There is no other on the planet like him. I wasn't born, I just appeared, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. The show gonna go down just like that.
Last but not
Don't start now, won't be no.
least,
Clutch. Well, you could make the argument he's the most clutch player ever.
I
This
got who?
is your boy. This is your boy Clutch, aka Domino, aka Black Sky. Back in the day, I used to walk to school uphill both ways, baby.
Mm. With your homeboy James. Y'all was a hell of a crew. I heard about that crew.
Welcome, happy Friday. Let's get to it. You know how we do it. Went to a meeting last week and met some people networking and things of that nature, and I wrote down some things. I saw some sponsors that sponsored the lunch. I saw some sponsors that did this, and I was writing out people names and things of that nature, because we don't have an agent, but we would like to be endorsers. We wouldn't mind endorsing some. That's why I had to drink my juice backwards. Cause I'm like, Kyrie, no free endorsements. But I ain't no agent. But we want to talk about superstars that are firing agents and not signing agents at an all-time high. Is this good or not? A good move or not? People tell me what you think. You would be my agent if I had one, but go ahead.
Well, I got two takes on that. First, those players that have those super max contracts, when those contracts are coming up, those are kind of set in stone what the parameters are going to be. So you don't really need an agent for that. You need a lawyer though to go over the paperwork. So pay that lawyer $5,000 to $10,000, and then the rest of your money is yours. But now on the other hand, if you are a regular average Joe player and you trying to get that money, you need an agent to go through all the fine cones to try to get that extra money, those extra incentives, and all of that. So I kind of got a double take on that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Some of
can.
these some of these guys are hiring lawyers uh, to do both and paying one fee, or paying that retainer fee, and then whatever that lawyer charges, and that's it. So they don't get that big 10 or 15% that they would normally get.
Mm. So I wanted to be a sports agent. When I watched Jerry Maguire and some show used to come on HBO by the sports agent. I wanted to be a sports agent. I
The one
don't
with the rock
still.
ballers.
No, I wasn't young
Oh,
then.
okay.
It was Arliss Michaels.
Never
Mm-hmm.
seen it.
Yeah, I was sneaking watching HBO as a young lad. That's a show I came across. Trigger man, Joe, what you think? Good or bad?
Um, I had to piggyback off People's Champ. Like you've been looking at my notes or something. But there's always pros and cons in anything that you do. And there's a reason why you hire lawyers and not try to act on your own, because they can always bring up these different codes and Jackson versus Jackson in 1972 and things of that nature or whatnot. And I think a lot of this stems from Lamar Jackson not hiring an agent and had his mom on his team and directing the choir and cutting the agent out, because I think the agent gets somewhere like what 30% or whatnot. So we just keep that money in the family. In the future, if these type players send some of their family members to school to be lawyers, to be agents, and be this, and they start a dynasty, kind of like what LeBron them done with their team,
Right.
and keep the money home. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That makes perfect sense. Maybe because I'm trying to figure out how college NIL is going and who's behind that. Are these kids receiving agents in high school, or
Right, right, right.
I just hope they're paying the taxes because that store is going to pop up with somebody owe 4 million in
In taxes.
taxes and
Hmm.
didn't get drafted. So,
Right, right, right. Great point. Great point.
but like
Also, to correct me if I'm wrong, um, like with the college coming out for trying to go pro, if you sign with an agent, then you change your mind, you can't go back to college, correct?
I
Now it used to be. I don't know if they revamped that rule, but yeah, you're correct. It used to be that way.
Okay, okay.
I think so as well because a lot of folks were saying I'm gonna declare for the draft, but I'm not gonna get an agent
You're right,
at this
right,
at this
right.
Hmm.
time.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
like you said, Lamar Jackson, 17 players from the NFL last. Oh, that was 2022. But Bobby Wagner, DeAndre Hopkins, and the highest paid left tackle in the NFL at that time, Laramie Tunsil, didn't have an agent. We know he went through something at draft night behind the gas mask,
Sure did, sure did.
marijuana gas mask. But I think SGA is the reason we might be talking about this. Why I was put on the board, because he let his agent go, and he's on deal to sign a super max. I mean, it's like
The
guarantee,
biggest ever in history, right?
right?
Yeah, the richest ever.
And I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Uh, I think agents may get you more than just signing your deal. They get you those endorsements and things of that nature. But like in music, a lot of stuff people going independent and people pushing their stuff through the online. Like you really don't need the middleman. But
And that's the reason why you get the label superstars. Superstars don't have to do as much marketing
right,
as the lower man, because um, their action speaks for itself out there on the court and off the court as well, about the way they project themselves. And when people want to be a part of that money train, you're gonna get the endorsement. That's why it's great to be a player in with the Cowboys, because the money you don't make with the contract, you make with endorsements down there, being in Big Dallas, Big D. Everything is big in Texas. Just the way it is, nature of the beast. Dak made plenty of money on the side. Commercial we ain't never seen with him, but Dallas is an entity all to itself.
yeah,
And
that
then
got
on
us views. Go
and then
ahead.
on a side note, it's a couple of states out here that's finna make transferring in high school, instantly. So you can transfer from school to school. Normally you have to wait uh, the whole another year if you transfer during the season, and you have to have your address and all that type stuff calculated. But now it's a couple of states out there that's finna move forward. It just if you don't like where you at, you can move and you can play.
Move,
Yeah. So
Kikovic, get
and,
out the
and and
way.
and they can
Move,
keep and they can
Kikovic.
keep that same address, correct?
yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah, they can just
So it's
travel.
finna it's NIL. It's just opening up. It's finna get real messy, real fast.
No
See,
doubt.
and with that, what you said, Alabama doesn't allow NIL, and Georgia does in high school. and you got a kid at Thompson that's been starting since the ninth grade, and he was offered $1 million to come to a Georgia high school because Georgia high school
Wow.
allowed that. So now we know the
He
state of
ain't gone
Alabama.
yet? He ain't left yet?
No, he didn't. I don't, man. What kind of
We
man?
waiting on shit.
We
he
actually
ain't
did
moved.
a segment on it on this
Yeah.
very show.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I would have
but
told the church, Lord, forgive me, but I got to go get this million.
I
Ah,
know that's real.
and
But
get my 2%.
Alabama tends to get left behind, like with the lottery and
Education.
education. So Alabama doesn't get left behind in football. So will players leaving the state of Alabama to go to Georgia, go to Tennessee, go to Florida, just like we do the lotto ticket? Will this change? Because once we got them in Alabama, we got them growing up in Alabama. It don't take much for us to get them to come to the tide or go to the plains.
I
So
don't give a piss about nothing but the tide. Oh,
but I mean with baseball, but they said Alabama Alabama Auburn baseball have I forgot what it was. They have a disadvantage with in town players, in state players paying having to they can't give them but a certain amount of scholarship or something, but they haven't fixed that yet. But when it comes to football, I think some changes are gonna be made to keep these young men in high school at Alabama, in the state of Alabama.
the state of Alabama need to get with the program. The whole world been thinking we slow from 50 years ago. We need to get the lottery. We need to get our schools. One out of every four people in the state of Alabama is considered illiterate. But football is a religion here. Shout out to the late great, was it Harvey Van Dyke? Oh, I need to shut my mouth. He said, shut.
No, I need to shut my mouth.
And yeah, when they came and desecrated the Paul Bear Bryant statue, that man went up to a arbor and pulled them trees and went on the Fine Bum show and incriminated himself. And I think he used to be like a sheriff or a state trooper or something. You think I care about the trees, Paul? The trees will die. Man, one of the funniest takes I heard in my life. Shout out to Harvey. I think it's Harvey Van. I hope I ain't missed his
How up there?
name
You
is
said he
Jured
was
in
somebody from the
Crimson
Bay.
and Roll Tide. That man die hard. So football is a religion. We don't have no professional sport. But, Roll Tide, where's that, baby?
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say
You
one
think
and
that's gonna?
four. You said
You
one
think
and
that's
four.
gonna affect the?
Oh, one out of every four, 25%. My bad.
Yeah,
I
but
said,
you did say Alabamians.
oh, yeah.
I forgot we got four people on the panel right now, so I was gonna do my math, but clutch don't count.
Oh, we
Uh,
got school
we need
teachers,
to wait
bro.
to D get
And to
in.
make me want to illiterate all these school teachers and scholars we got. So I'm fine with
Now,
that.
yeah,
I'm strong
now
with
y'all
that.
think that's gonna affect a lot of the kids that are good in football in Alabama going to different states, going up to Georgia?
That's exactly what I
uh,
just said.
yeah, with the money,
It has
money
to.
Yeah,
move things. Yeah,
Money talk, man. Money
yeah.
talk. BS walk.
yeah, because
And you can change the course of your family. Because everybody ain't finna make it to pros. It's very hard to make it to that. Everybody have dreams. I don't want to destroy nobody's dreams out there that got hopes of going to the NFL or whatever. I know I stayed living by the house phone before we had cell phone for like 20 plus years after my high school years, waiting on a call from the NFL, and that call never came. Uh, so, oh, yeah, so go get your bread, man. When it's time to get your bread, go get your bread. Stop, let's
yes,
stop. Don't second guess it. Go get it. Go get your blessing.
Yeah, and then you already seeing it now. You with Auburn basketball team, all them players 23, 24 years old, except for that little young point guard, but they a couple of them supposed that went to the league, like Broom, what the night Broom, the
Yeah,
center.
it's
He's
hard.
supposed to have went, but like I say, if he's not gonna get picked or make guaranteed money, he might as well stay and make 2, 3
Absolutely.
million and whine it out and get him about 7, 8 million before he get out of college,
I
even
ain't
if
mad at it.
he don't make it in the pros.
I ain't
You
mad at
know,
it. How old
yeah,
was Chris Winkie when he went to pro with the Florida
28,
State? Similar. He was like
yeah,
27,
what
27,
25?
26.
20,
Mhm.
28,
Yeah,
He was
something
27,
up
like
there.
that.
It was
27 or
Yeah,
28.
yeah.
it was up there.
yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And like Joe said, Send your brother to school. Send your brother to by the time you get some NIL money
Yes,
coming
sir.
out of high school, by the time you send him to 4 years of college or however, he need to be a sports agent or
Absolutely.
sports business management law. Send him to school. When
Yeah.
y'all graduate and keep
Yep.
that money in the family.
Yes, sir.
Don't give it to Clutch.
Good sport. Good take. Good take.
No, Clutch Sports. No, yeah. Now, but you'll be a good agent, man.
He a Cowboy fan. How he gonna be a good age? He a Cowboy fan. They been to the
But
Super Bowl
hey,
since
let me
Lassie
tell you
was a
something.
puppy.
If I was running that organization, boy, we'll have Super Bowl last 3-4 years.
Boy, stop. Boy, I'm about to ready to leave the show.
Y'all have a federal indictment too, but you paying the referee.
Hey, boss, he ain't working.
Well, look, let's tap into a little basketball this Friday. Should the Sixers strongly consider shutting down Embiid for the season? Trigger Man Joe, what you got, man?
Man, is this really a question?
You wrote it.
Boy, I see we got some snitches on the show, boy. I'm gonna go get a clan of Black Raid or something, but
No, you got me last week when I wrote that stupid question talking about who you gonna pick up, Jimmy Butler or
touche,
Luca.
touche,
I had
touche,
one
touche.
debate though. My son said Jimmy Butler. I just think he like to talk. I don't know. What you
But
think,
yes,
Trigger
of
Man?
course, they have no shot of making the well. They got a shot at making the playoffs, but it's a long just a shot. And even if they do make the playoffs, they're not going to make any noise. The man already done stated he need another operation to his knee to clean it up so he'll be able to play next season. Just go and shut it down. I think this previous game he could even play in the fourth quarter because it was hurting. You have nothing to prove. We know you're a warrior and you tough and went on that show, ate all them hot wings and stuff. But no, man, shut him down. You know, invested what 300
190
million in
million.
him.
Yep, they got
Come on,
190 million left on that contract. So yeah, he need
you
to
have to
go ahead
shut
and
him down.
shut him
What
down.
Tripovich? What's going on? What's wrong?
Cupid. Uh, y'all look back to it might have happened Sunday night, sometime during the week. The Cavaliers were playing the Memphis Grizzlies, and
Mm-hmm.
they got into a fisticuff.
Oh,
A knuck if you buck, if you call it.
huh.
Edie and it's a whole
Ed and no Diddy.
Edie. It was a youngster. He was in street clothes with a big diamond chain, and so yeah, we might talk about that on one of the lives. Uh,
And I watched Philadelphia play against Boston. Champ, who's the white center off the bench? I hate to say it like that. I should know his name, but the play behind boys, you
Six
know, that
men of
shoot
the
the
year.
three.
Six
Who the
men
man?
of the year.
You know, he won six on the center.
Suhan, I
Yeah, that's what
mean,
I'm saying. He up for 6 men of the year or something.
No, that's the
Champ.
point guard,
I
Pritchard.
don't know Hassan,
Oh,
Hassan,
Pritchard.
They
Hassan,
like Hauser, Hauser,
Hauser,
Hauser.
yeah.
Hauser. Oh yeah,
Man, he out
he a
there,
forward.
man, just running circles around Embiid and getting offensive rebound. He's dead on that one leg. It's pathetic. It's nothing to prove. You know,
So you was a Sixer
you done
fan.
spent
You
all
want
this
to be
money on PG 13, 200 million. He hadn't showed up the whole season. The season is wrecked. Maxson should have never got paid all that money. He is not a superstar. He's not really an all-star. He just played good for 40 games out of the 82 games or whatever. So they
Shit,
just make
man,
some
Maxie
bad
been on
investment.
fire this year, man. He
Say
averaging
again?
20. Maxie been on fire this year, man. He been
Man,
carrying it.
stop.
He been carrying the Sixers this year.
Yeah, his numbers is pretty good this year. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna take that from him.
woo.
Scoring, that's it. It's more to basketball than scoring. He plays no defense. He hardly get any assists. We ain't gonna talk about rebounds. That's why playoffs,
Clutch been
easy.
playing fantasy. He been playing fantasy this year, so he's stuck on the stats.
That's on his. He on his team. When he sent me the trade, I went and looked at Max's stats because I hadn't watched him all year.
Right.
And he got some good numbers, but
But
I
see,
guess like Joe said though, he ain't doing all the other tangibles. So
and then one night he scored less than 10 points. And
And that
how I
was
know, because I had him on my DFS
that
lineup.
was two games ago.
Okay, you know, so a
mhm.
superstar don't, man, come on, man. No.
But now, for as Embiid is concerned, I think if Embiid is not going to lose the weight, then
The surgery ain't gonna do nothing for him.
Yeah, because once you had a surgery, you still got all that weight on you. You just
I
gonna
thought nigga had gas
pop
bypass.
Great
same
point. Great point.
same injury. So
Great point.
until he make it up in his mind that he want to lose the weight and keep it off, he just
But
gonna.
why is it the way the problem with him and it wasn't a problem with Shaq? I know we don't know the answer to that, but genetics.
It was
What's the
Shaq.
problem?
Shaq wasn't injured, but you think about the last 5 years of Shaq's career,
That
he
damn toe.
was
But Embiid ain't in the last 5 years. He hit prime. When Shaq went in prime, he played his way into shape. You
true.
know,
True, I
you
understand
know
that.
what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And he had
yeah,
way more weight than what Embiid had on his body.
yeah.
I think the players back in the day was just built different, though, man. The 80,
Yeah. We
82
built
game
different.
grind.
Yeah,
Make sure
we
the
we
fans
we
get the
built
show.
different.
Yeah.
These keeper bitches, they soft. You know.
Speaking of soft, if you got Bain from Memphis or Mitchell from Cleveland on your fantasy team, you might want to add some help, add some background help. They might be missing for a while. Um,
Boy,
but
red alert,
I,
red
I
alert.
if you was a Sixers fan, you wouldn't dog and beat for missing the rest of the season,
I mean, they're not gonna make the playoff this year, so
right?
he might as well shut him down and have a surgery. But like I said, if he not in his mind, if he not planning on getting that weight off of him, he's just gonna come out and do good. Start of the season, then mid season, he's gonna go back down with the same injury or another injury. So, I mean,
They
it's up to
already
him.
own him for coming out and saying that he ain't gonna be able to play back-to-back games this year.
Yeah,
And as I think about it, um, from the very beginning, coming out of Kansas, he didn't play his first year as a rookie, didn't he? And then he had to sit out the whole year or something.
he
Not
set out
mistaken.
about two or 3 years.
You see what I'm saying? So it was
Yeah,
already a problem from the very beginning. So they should have had him on some type of regimen or have it written in the clause in the contract like they did with Kyler Murray. You can't be playing video games, which they revised that later on. But they should have most definitely did something with Embiid when it came to his weight. Great point, champ.
hmm
Great point.
And
And
they need to.
y'all keep picking them in fantasy. That's
I'm
the
dog
whole
shouldn't
thing.
be.
man, I need my face slapped. I picked this my first time. This my first time ever picking him, and I'm not even gonna make the playoff. I'm so mad.
Look,
And I heard the report
I
about him
almost picked it.
not
I
playing back to back.
almost
Oh, I
picked
know
it.
that kid. Y'all said, ooh, all the
Man,
MVs.
I
mm.
almost picked it.
I stayed away from him, Zion, and somebody else that get hurt and don't
I
play.
got Zion on my team too.
Oh Lord, help me, Mike. It's still on the brink of making the play. A good
Yeah,
fight, good fight, good
I
fight,
think
good
I
fight.
think I picked up Josh Hart instead of Embid or something like that. I can't remember.
Go get Max, and Max might help you out. Max contract, Max out.
My apologies. I read some more.
Hey, what?
Bane and them didn't get kicked out of the game for that scuffle. Bane looked like a Keepovich because his nose was red and everything. But
Right.
another guy, I was wary. I got that out. Weary of
Weary.
picking. Thank you, sir.
Be
Weary
not
of
weary
picking.
and well doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not.
Oh, Bible verse
Galatians 6:17.
was uh
I
Weary
thought it
took
was Friday night, man. You talking about something?
it's Friday 8 a.m. Weary took all the thoughts out of my mind. The name the player Wimbignana. I was scared to pick Wimbignana. And look at Thursday's show 74, and that's where we talked about Wimbignana. But we want to talk about the Spurs.
So glass
The
point.
Spurs seem to be in tank mode. They have Wimbignana, which if you look at yesterday's show, where Ant Man says Wimbignana should be the face of the league. So they have the face of the league, Wimbignana. They tanking, so they got their first pick, and then the stupid Hawks gave them their first pick. So they got a franchise athlete if he can stay healthy. Um, they got a chance of getting one of the best uh Dwight men I ever seen. Cooper Flag. I know y'all say overrated. Um,
They look for the next Larry Bird for the last 40 years.
I think this this
Keith Van Horn, probably closest thing or something.
I think
Keith Van Horn. What
You
is
remember
it?
Keith Van
He went to
Horn, but he really
Kansas. He went
not
to
white
Kansas,
though.
didn't he? He went to Kansas.
Villanova.
Van
Nah,
Horn,
Villanova.
you was it Utah?
No, no, no.
I can't
Van
remember what
Horn.
college
You
he
talking
went
about?
to.
I thought he
But
went to
yeah, I think he
Kansas. It
played
could
with
have
the
been
New
at
Jersey
Villanova
Nets.
or Seton
Yeah.
Hall.
He went to Villanova, I think.
I
Villanova.
don't think I don't
Okay.
think he went to Villanova though. Look it
Seton
Uh-uh.
up. Y'all
Hall.
got the computers in front of you.
Yeah, we
He said
cause
he
I'm a
went
fan I'm a fan of Caucasian
Sean Bradley.
basketball players.
Oh, you like Sean Bradley too?
That's what he like,
No,
I think.
no. He's the Keepovich. Sean
Uh,
Bradley was the Keepovich.
what about Brad Miller, the Shaq almost knocked his
Utah.
face?
He went to Utah.
Okay, he
Oh,
was
okay.
right. He was on it. He was on.
My
I knew it
bad.
was one of those.
Kerry Kittles went to Villanova. I'm tripping.
Most definitely.
It
He
was on the
did.
same team. Okay. So you got the Spurs. Popovich won't be back. Wimbyana won't be back this season, but Popovich won't be back. Do you all think that we have saw the last game of Greg, not Keepovich, but Popovich? Greg, one of my cousins, Popovich, has coached. Do y'all think we've seen the last game, Trigger Man Joe?
Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to Greg Popovich. He is a GOAT coach. I repeat, a GOAT coach. He's like probably got to be around 75, between 75 and 80 years old. Um, he has won over 1,400 games. He has a 63% winning percentage. He has 5 rings, 3 coaches of the year, been inducted to the Hall of Fame, I think, 2 times. Um, he was the coach that started resting your star players when he used to rest Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker. And I recall one time he rested them against the Heat with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, and they beat them without their 3 stars. So shout out to the GOAT, man. He has nothing else to prove. Hell first, if I'm not mistaken. I think he lost his wife a few years ago. Um, so it was when Kobe was alive. So I think Kobe went over there and hugged him and stuff. Hope I'm not misquoting that, but I think that's what the case was. But he has nothing else to prove. It's a young man's game. The stress of coaching and stress is one of the number one killers in America. Coach, relax, chill out. You got Wimbyana. You're in good hands. But I disagree with Ant Man saying that he needs to be the face of the league. We need an American soil player to be the face of the league for the league and fly like an eagle into the future.
True.
You know, Wimiana's a great player, but Joker, Greek freak, who are missing out of the Embiid even got the MVP. He hurt most of the time. He got an MVP. We need the American man to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, we heard you say that Thursday morning. Yeah, so y'all go check that show.
I did. I said that.
Yeah, y'all go check episode 74 out where Joe let us know
Oh,
about the the
I don't
about,
recall.
yeah.
Was I drinking or something?
No. Were
Oh,
you
okay.
drinking? Oh, you just drinking.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah, he
Champ,
was.
You didn't find my drawers.
Champ, what you think? This is last of Popovich?
Yeah, he's 76.
He
A
said
stroke
this.
at that age. Um, and he was working on a master plan. If he can get the Atlanta Hawks
Come
to
on.
get out the play-in game and get into the draft pick world, he could have had opportunity to get two. If roll the dice, they roll the dice good over there
They bad.
with Tim Duncan and Wembanyama. So they could have had two opportunities to get two of the top players coming out, Flag and another superstar to go along with Fox and Wembanyama. Man, you talking about something serious. So he was working on a master plan, but yeah,
Yeah,
as
he's
far as
tough.
his health concerned, I think it's time for him to give it up, go do a lot of fishing.
Yep. Yep.
He can come. Matter of fact, I take a fishing if he want to go. He can go every time they have a game in San Antonio. Go sit down,
There you go.
watch the
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Even get on the podcast like Sit Your Lineup podcast.
Yeah.
We got a spot available. They can come get on the show with us and take us on through the Highland.
He's a little controversial. But he always had my people back. So you know what I'm saying? Not to keep it vicious, but the the dark people. And he stood up and he said what he wanted to say and,
Not
and
afraid to
stood
speak out
in,
on politics too. And one more
right.
point about him: he don't show favoritism to his best players. He give it to Tim Duncan and the 15 man on the bench. He give it to him the same. He don't care nothing about none of that. He
He
run the
get
team
what
the
to
way he
him.
want to run it, and I'm
No,
thinking,
hey,
I'm certain of it. He got more 50+ win season than any coach in the history of the game. Stacked on stacked on stacked on stack.
Do we think
yeah,
we
and
do,
he, and
do
he,
we
and
think he
he,
better
he
than
ain't
Phil Jackson?
he
Yeah,
ain't
he
too
better Phil
shabby
Yeah.
on
Jackson.
the court himself either.
Yeah, I
I've
think he better
seen
Phil Jackson.
some videos of him playing ball, so he's pretty good on the court as well.
You damn you seen all that was on VCR?
When he on at a Cowboy game playing against the mascot, like what the Dewey Hooey.
Clutch, you think that's it for Popovich? You
What's
think he
that?
retiring? You think that was his last
You
game?
understand that what he don't do?
Do you
Yeah,
think
Gino keep
Popovich is
freezing on my.
retired? All right. Do you think Popovich is retired?
It's probably my connection in because Gino keep freezing.
Okay, is Popovich retiring? Do you think he's going to retire?
Oh yeah, he should.
No.
He should.
But,
Like you said, health is wealth. I'm just gonna piggyback off y'all. Health is wealth. I'm gonna put my health before anything.
right. And I kind of saw a tank season, but we said no, Popovich wouldn't he wouldn't be down with that. Tank. I think and that was like the Wemby season. But
When they got the trade for Fox, that kind of threw the tanking out because they were trading for a superstar to go with Wembyama, and then they was moving up in the ranks to get into the play-in game. So it was kind of like it was showing that they was gonna make it. But then with that blood clot injury to Wembyama, they just that's the game plan just set itself in place.
Right,
right.
several.
Or it could have help because they have done this before when they had David Robinson and ended up getting Tim Duncan and David Robinson. You got
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Wimby and you turn around and get Cooper Flag.
yeah.
And who's to say that women can't come back and play this year? But they just
Uh-uh.
saying, you know what?
Right, right.
They shut him down. They shut him down. He not
I
playing
know
this.
they shut him down, but what
Yeah,
if he could come back and play? Like you said, it's in play now, so
Yeah,
we're gonna ride this thing out. We ain't finna win no championship this year, Wimby.
true. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Chill
Yeah.
on out. You the greatest thing ever for slice bread, and let's make some more bread.
So who do
Get you
so
some
who do
more
you
help. Cause Chris
so
Paul will be gone. Castle's a pretty nice player. We're building.
right? So who do you hire? Do you hire the interim coach, or do you go out and get another coach, Trigger Man Joe? You the GM.
That's a great question. I would look into getting. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. Who was the coach um, that led Phoenix to the finals, and then they thought they needed to redecorate the team and stuff?
Um,
You know, I
did
think Pop gonna play a big part in that decision too.
I think he'd be a great fit for them. He's a good coach. I don't know if he's coaching a team right now. I think
um
he is on a losing team right now. Y'all don't know what I'm
uh
talking about?
not Mike,
No, not him.
I
Man,
the
I'm
one that
drawing a
don't play
blank.
no defense. Uh, he,
I can't
you put
think.
me
I'm
on the
sorry.
spot.
I do apologize.
Uh,
But he coached hard, and he's like a. I don't know if you ever had in the ties to Popavich, but he's like a clone um, of
Mike
Popavich.
D'Antoni.
Yeah.
No, not like
Oh
D'Antoni. No,
well, you just
no,
wasting
no.
my time.
He's a young dude that with the Phoenix to the finals. That I don't think D'Antoni made it to the finals. Just with Chris Paul. Um,
Oh, this was like 2 years ago, right?
Oh, you talking about the
hey,
Western Conference Finals?
they made it to the finals. The Greek Freak beat them in the finals.
Was I know who you're talking about now? Oh, my.
They didn't make it to the finals. We need to get some a fact checked on that. I know they made it to the finals. Chris Paul, the center that they got rid of because they got it, him and the coach got into it and couldn't coexist with each other. They traded him to Portland.
He said
DeAndre
Suns
Ayton,
won the West in 2021.
or the kid that Mikal Bridges was on that team. He was a
Monty
six man.
Williams.
Monte Williams. That's him.
Okay,
Yeah.
you should say black. You live black out.
I said to the
Yeah.
finals. You know that Tony ain't never make it to no finals.
No, I said you said black coach. I probably would
My
have
bad. My bad.
got.
That's it.
Yeah,
Monte
that,
Williams.
that that is a good hire. Clutch, who you bringing in?
What's that?
Who you hiring if you are the owner of the yeah, I forgot what the Spurs.
Hey man, you want to be on this show? Stay off the weed,
The Spurs.
No,
man.
I'm telling y'all, Gino keep freezing.
And
Okay,
my
And
voice is
everybody
my
else is
voice
good.
freezing?
Gino keep
let
freezing.
Is my voice
let me
freezing?
be his
It,
interpreter then.
yeah,
If you
you sound like a robot.
Okay, you always say that. Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe. Present the question to me.
if you was the GM of the Spurs, who would you hire to replace Popovich? Who would be the next coach of the San Antonio Spurs? Go ahead, Clutch.
Same question I
Uh,
just asked that.
All day, Clutch.
I
Anytime now,
think
Clutch.
I think you hired Tim Duncan, man. Keep it
Man, you
in
better stop.
keep
All
keep it
right,
in the
next
house.
caller,
Hire
next
This
Tim
caller.
Duncan,
man,
man.
what?
Keep it in
Tim
the house,
Duncan
baby.
high
Keep
too.
it in the family. Hire Tim Duncan.
Man, the big fundamental.
Him and Chad,
Exactly. He'll
who
make
you
a great
hiring, man?
coach.
Who you hiring?
Uh, they gonna probably go with Mitch Johnson, the intern coach that they got now. That's coach. So
I said, who would you hire?
And
uh,
y'all better clip that. I'm telling
if
you, about Tim Duncan
if
gonna be the
if
man.
Tim Duncan, if they had to let Tim Duncan be the intern, uh, with this little small stretch of games, I would look into him. But by him not having no coaching experience like that, you can't do that. Not with what you got going on. But I like it. Got to be somebody experienced because they got a game plan they're working on that's real. That's gonna be a couple championships. So it's gonna have to be somebody experienced.
In Clutch foolishness of what he said, he triggered the trigger man.
Don't do
What
it.
a,
Don't steal mine.
what about Avery Johnson?
I should have muted you. That was my coach.
Yeah,
I was
Avery Johnson.
Avery
He did a
Johnson.
phenomenal job at Dallas. He couldn't coach in college. Phenomenal job with the Dallas Mavericks, and he know everything about Popovich and been in the system.
Didn't he
It'll be
coach the Nuggets too?
a seamless, huh?
Didn't he coach the Nuggets too?
Not that I know of. He coached
Oh,
Alabama.
Mm-mm.
He
I
tried
thought
to.
little Avery coached he coached the Nuggets. My bad.
Don't call her little Avery.
Led them to the finals. It was up 2-0 on Dwayne Wade and Shaq now. And they won
Then
four straight.
he almost beat Eddie.
Eddie Kane Jr.
No, Winfrey. I mean, not over Winfrey. With the lady with the dreads, the coach Eddie. Y'all remember that movie?
Oh, Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
I was
great
on
actor
that
too.
movie.
I said hi, Avery Johnson. And but
I'm
that
sorry.
did. I mean, I was thinking that, but when Clutch did say that, I
He
was
said
like, that.
that the bells with the ring. I was like, wow, okay, he on to something, but he just wrong.
Do we think the Spurs the best job in the NBA though?
Moving forward, maybe, but not right now.
It's a great organization, though.
Yeah.
Which mean moving forward.
Once they get these pieces in place in about 6 months, we'll see.
Yeah, that's
they
what I'm
get
saying.
they roll the dice and get Cooper Flag and one of the other top 5 picks. Yeah, we go ahead and say that's the best job going forward.
I think the way the organization has handled itself, like to me that and then you're in a state with no state tax, you're the only team in town, you got a loyal fan base. I don't know. I know they spend a little money. I don't know they spend a little money, but to me, I think the Spurs job is the best job. I mean,
maybe
because
not, maybe the best only basketball team in town, but there's two other franchises in the state of Texas: the
Dallas and Houston.
Mavericks and the Rockets.
well, I'm the king in the town,
Oh,
and I got more championships
well, you
than
Houston
both
got a
of
lot of great pieces too, and that dude, the cat that came from Boston, that built that dynasty up in Boston.
Yeah.
Now he down now. I came back off the streets and doing his thing. Hope he's staying out of the his boss's Let me leave that alone.
All right, we're gonna stay tuned at what
You didn't find my drawers.
the Spurs do. We're gonna stay tuned and we gonna start pushing the movement now. Avery to replace Popovich. If Popovich having to say so, that he should go, push towards Avery Johnson.
Godfather.
Um, Clutch, you got in the quote or something to get us up out of here, man? Clutch, do you
Oh,
have a quote to get us up out of here?
oh, oh, yeah. My bad. I said I
oh, he
couldn't hear you,
heard that,
man.
but he heard all the other stuff. But you heard that
I
about.
know.
Can he
I
sound like a robot then?
he did, but I heard he said up out of there. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um, the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart.
I
Helen
don't
Keller,
know.
baby.
I don't know. I went to Magic City. I
Mm,
went to pinups in Atlanta. They
mm.
can't be. They can't be touched now. They can be. I'm gonna send it back. I guess because my boy supposed to be hosting. I guess he ready.
You still